Kirby and the Forgotten Land is increasing every minute leading up to its release on Friday, and with hype for a new Kirby game always comes a bit of lore speculation. The Kirby fandom has wasted no time theory crafting based on what little information we've gotten from teasers and the demo alike, some of which you may have already heard about or seen me cover before. However, in this video, I'll be presenting 5 wild, get it, Kirby theories that are so out there that literally nobody will believe me. Wait, please don't click off the video, I want views! Before we get started, I would just like to give a small channel update. I would like to thank all of you for the recent support on my Kirby videos recently. I've always been a Kirby YouTuber first and foremost, and the positive reception I've been getting lately does bring a smile to my face. This weekend, however, I will not be posting any content covering Forgotten Land, maybe aside from a few posts on my community board, as I'd like to enjoy the game at my own pace at the expense of writing the YouTube algorithm. With that being said, I'll be pumping out a Star Allies Challenge video on Thursday, right before the Forgotten Land drops. You can click right here to check it out. Also, I have a very special announcement on Friday of next week that I'd hope for all of you to see. It's actually quite big, but like the theories I'm about to present to you, I highly doubt any of you will be expecting it. See you there! Theory 1. Humble Haltmann Origins. Now, you may have heard of this theory already, but a lot of people are speculating that the Lightron Works company that we see throughout the demo is actually the father company that eventually gives rides to the Haltmann Works company of Planet Robobot, or HWC for short. Its gotcha flavor text reads that the rather large company eventually split off into rivaling groups, competing against each other to come out on top. As satisfying as it would be for this theory to be right, there is simply too little information to give it any credence. I mean, the two companies just have, like, similar names. That's it. Like, I'm not kidding. That people are making theories based on that. I bring this theory up instead for the reason that it opens up more questions about the HWC's origins. Did the vortex that sucked Kirby transport him to another world in his universe, or bring him to an entirely different dimension? Knowing that the Haltmann Works company had the tech of the ancients for an unknown period of time, we might speculate that they left their home planet or dimension in search of other planets to mechanize. Why would they do that? What drove them away from their homeland? Is Susie sus? These are all questions that we won't get answers to for many years, but is still very interesting to speculate on. Theory number 2. The King of Lions. Insert comical Dimitri clip here!
Kill every last one of them!
The marketing for Kirby and the Forgotten Land constantly clamors the mysteries surrounding the game into our ears, particularly that of the Beast Pack. Who are they? Why are they capturing the Waddle Dees? Why is King Dedede of all people on their side? More on him later. While we can't answer those questions right now, we can at least recognize patterns in the Beast Pack, like the fact that they're all animals, almost. You just had to ruin it, you big fat palm tree. Wolfie is a dog, Gorimondo is a gorilla, Aurelene is a leopard, this boss is an armadillo, King Dedede is a penguin, and Wild Edge is... I'm done! The point is, if everyone in the Beast Pack is a type of animal, then the head honcho of the pack must also be a beast. Some people may think that said head honcho is our guy King Dedede. This seems to be confirmed by the way he commands the crows to make his escape in this cutscene here. He is a king after all.
Kill every last one!
However, there is one other candidate for the role. This guy.
Got him.
Yeah, have you ever noticed how all the cages in this game have like a lion design imprinted on them? Perhaps the real leader of the Beast Pack is actually a lion-based character who commands the rest of the beasts to do his bidding. Thematically, this would make sense, as common knowledge asserts the lion to be the king of apex predators. Aside from the comment though, I think the best argument in favor of this would be that King Dedede has never been the final boss of a mainline Kirby game since Kirby's Dream Land, the very first game in the series. In every other mainline entry, the king has either had good intentions or has been mind controlled, so a repetition of this story element in the Forgotten Land would make a lot of sense. Now if you ask me, I'm personally quite excited for when the King of Lions makes his stunning appearance in the game.
Kill every last one of them!
Hey, post-production P here. I just wanted to remind you that if you haven't already, please hit the like button down below if you've been enjoying the video, and there's also a very conveniently placed share button next to it so you can send this video to people that you think will also enjoy this video on social media. Thanks a bunch, and I'll see you at the end of the video. Theory number 3. King Dedede? King Dedede is not evil. There, I said it. Neither is King Dedede an anti-hero. Ever since Return to Dreamland, King Dedede has remained a royal ally to the Pink Puffball, and has only ever fought him since due to mind control or rivalry disputes. The king has received much character development as of late, becoming a lot more heroic in Star Allies, and even building a strong friendship with Meta Knight in Fighters 2. So then, why would Hal just throw that all into the dumpster and cause a dumpster fire. Why would they just make him a wild, rampaging villain again? I wouldn't be so quick to say, oh, he's just possessed again like always. Quite the contrary, actually. By all means, he doesn't look possessed at all. Not only does he lack the usual mind control aura to him, but he also seems to be frighteningly intelligent in this game. The way he carries himself is rather elegant, as much as he does in Kirby Fighters 2. To play devil's advocate, however, I do think it is reasonable to say that he's under some sort of influence that's similar to possession, but not quite at the same degree. All of the beasts in the Beast Pack have a wild, unruly side to them that doesn't necessarily eliminate their intelligence. Gorimondo, Claraline, and the Armadillo boss also share a similar level of grace to his Grace, the King, with Claraline especially carrying herself in a very educated manner. To theorize, perhaps the King of Lions has some sort of ability to instill wildness into other beings, which is how Dedede became the way he is now. But that still doesn't answer why Dedede is enemies with Kirby. So what if he's wild? Wouldn't a creature of his intelligence level recognize his old friend? So let me present my theory. Maybe this isn't actually our King Dedede. Think about it. Where was King Dedede in the opening trailer? He wasn't shown, so maybe he wasn't sucked through the vortex at all. And even if he was, why does he look so darn different? The other three main characters look exactly the same as they have for the past 10 years, even after passing through the vortex, but for some weird reason, the King, now he's Nikocado Avocado again. What if the King Dedede we see in this game is actually an alternate universe Dedede, which also supports the idea that the Forgotten Land exists in an alternate dimension? As crazy as this may sound, this is not the first time we've met an alternate universe Dedede. In fact, it's probably like the fourth or something. What if the King Dedede we know and love simply landed somewhere else on the planet and will eventually come to help Kirby at the end of the game? Or maybe the king was captured like his Waddle Dees before Kirby arrived, and now Kirby and company have to rescue him. I explained the timeline in this video, by the way. Now, this theory isn't perfect. Its biggest flaw is the fact that King Dedede's boss description reads, his royal nemesis, which was the exact title he had in Star Allies. But if you ask me, this looks an awful lot like war paint and not cloth. Just saying. Post-production P here, I just noticed something. So, remember how Meta Knight got possessed by the Jamba Heart and then gained like a clone jutsu ability? Remember how that carried over to Kirby Fighters 2? Okay, now look at this. Does this look similar to you? Theory number 4. Kracko's Revenge. Aside from the Beast Pack, another big mystery in Forgotten Land has to be the opening cutscene. What the heck is going on here? Why are the star-shaped portals popping up all over Dreamland? Is it Magalore trying to send the Waddle Dees to his newest amusement park? Probably not. Is it the Lore Starcutter going berserk? Probably not either. Is it Lean Highness being a big doo-doo again? You can click on the meme video up here, by the way. Doesn't make star-shaped portals. I'm running out of ideas here, fellas. Maybe the culprit is just somebody that is completely new. Like the Lion King I was talking about earlier. Wait a second. Pause. Enhance?
Holy shit! Good first impression. Good first impression.
As crazy as it sounds, it would not be out of the realm of impossibility that Kracko, of all enemies, could be responsible for Dreamland's vortex weather phenomena. Let's take a look at Kracko's lore for a second, shall we?
A well-known boss from the Kirby series, Kracko is a cloud with a big eye and numerous spikes. He threatens Kirby with a number of weapons, including beam and rain attacks. Triple Deluxe. It seems Kracko has made Florale a part of its territory. It's being fed by a mysterious power source, so its attacks are stronger than ever before. Who is believed to have inhabited the sky of this planet since ancient times. As long as there is a sky, Kirby's longtime nemesis Kracko. But as long as the clouds still hang in the sky, Kracko will never give up the fight. How do you defeat that which is ethereal? All worlds, whether in another dimension or some far-flung galaxy, are bound by earth and sky. And where there is sky, there is Kracko. Made of fallen tears and the scattered mists of his enemies, Kracko roars with dark power. If you thought Thor was the god of thunder, this boss will change your mind in a hurry.
I rest my case. Theory number 5. Elfilin's true identity. I've saved the best theory for last. Let's cut to the chase. Elflin's true identity is... He's a squeak. Seriously? Yeah, I mean, I think we all know that Elfilin is shaped like a heart and his name probably means something related to Void or Zero, but I haven't seen anyone talking about how similar he looks to the Squeaks. Of all the critters, why would Hal choose a rat to base Elfilin's design on? It was a very odd choice that only seems to make sense from a thematic standpoint. Rats are commonly thought as one of the weakest animals, which juxtaposes Elfilin in comparison with the rest of the beast pack, but Hal already has a reputation with rats, and it's not like they forget about the Squeak Squad and their existence and their game. Star Allies proves that. What am I saying, therefore? Is Elfilin actually related to the Roach? Will the Squeaks make a grand entrance at the end of the game to help Kirby challenge the final boss?
What the hell are you asking me for? I am not Meteors.
Bonus theory. What if Morphinite returns in this game? Butterflies are technically beasts.